Hello world! Welcome, Wednesday, May 14th, 2014, to the weekly Odin and Agile Ventures Scrum meeting, where we talk about development and what we have been doing, what we're doing now, and what we should be doing in the future. So this is usually a little bit longer than the daily Scrums, but also a little bit more fun, because we get to hang out for more. So we were just talking about, Efshin was thinking about some stuff for the profile page. Actually, do you mind just kind of like refreshing real quickly?
Not at all.
What you were chatting about?
No, just thinking about, right now we have 7 basic courses starting from the intro to web development and Web Dev 101, Ruby, so on. I think there's basically 7 of them. And I was thinking of some way to spice up the profiles page, not a major rewrite or anything, but we can already pretty easily see which courses. In fact, the profiles page right now shows a text list of what courses, lessons have been completed. And I guess that's therefore courses. So I was thinking of a little visualization where we have a donut graph, which is kind of like a pie chart with the middle cut out, with 7 concentric circles, each of them representing one course, and they'd be filled out in proportion to how many lessons in that course have been completed. So something that you can quick and dirty take one look at and you get an idea of how much of the whole project you've done.
Mm-hmm. Ooh. I mean, that sounds like a really good idea. It'll be difficult to do well, I think, but in principle it's probably the right way to visualize that data. Just looking on the website, and one thing that immediately stuck out at me here is that I've been playing around with the Z heights, and apparently I lost that battle with the flash message, so I need to actually change that. I need to probably change alert to a Z index of, I don't know, 10, 100. What do you think? No? Well, anyways, that's a bug now. It should show up on top of this. Cool. Where do we have that story? Because I know that's a story.
Yeah, I don't know if it's directly
progress
related.
widget. That's actually, I think, wait, hold on. If anyone else is currently at the same lesson as me, no. So this is the ones from the lesson page. Date. Student progress leaderboard. Somewhere down here, I'm pretty sure there's rebuild the user accounts, or so the profile pages.
Yeah, it's in there somewhere in the backlog. Oh, by the way, by accident, I started the disallow blanks. What is it? Intermittent test failure. I didn't mean to do that. It's in the current list. It shouldn't be.
So you should be able to just go in here and then on the drop down for state, just change it to unstarted.
I thought I tried. Oh, under that, maybe I didn't catch that. Okay, cool.
So actually, why don't I GitHub, go to the Odin Project. So you submitted a bug fix, which I approved. Oh, looks like Tatiana's got our web dev group up. So let me go to closed. Go bug fix. So you ran this one across. Basically, the idea was to make sure that the that footer in the email in the page here, what can we do to improve this site, can't be submitted blank. By the way, I don't like that Discuss now has these like these images here. They didn't have that before.
Oh, I didn't even see that before. That's totally new to me.
Yeah, that's annoying.
Wow.
Oh, so I wonder if maybe those weren't even there before, but I turned off ad blocker. Let me try this. Let's do a little refresh.
So Discuss can just decide to just randomly put
content. That's it. Very interesting.
Oh, wow. That's funny.
Huh. Okay, good to know.
I have ad blocker too.
That also, yeah, see, I don't want those. I want those off.
I don't blame you.
I think I can actually turn them off. What is this? How about this? What is this? What is this? Okay, anyway, sidebar. The idea was, yeah, that to make sure that no one can submit a blank thing to what can we do to improve the site. I get one of those every few days. I guess people just like pushing buttons. Or maybe it's a crawler for all I know. But yeah, so that's pretty helpful. And do you mind just walking through what you actually did? It was a pretty straightforward JavaScript fix.
Yeah, not at all. Let's see if I remember. Looking from there, just a little jQuery magic. I select for, I query for, and get the text input box, and every time, that's right. It's, let's see. Every time the submit is called on the on that form, I just make sure that there's something actually in there. So when the length is 0, in other words, it was just a button click or an enter in that text field without any content, it disregards that submission. So it's not perfect. I'm sure you can, I mean, check for 1-character words too. I didn't do that. Maybe that would have been good to do. But it should cut out probably the majority of your fake submissions.
Yeah, like I said, I think that'll be pretty useful. Another user interface thing that I've seen around the web actually is where you actually aren't allowed to click the button at all. Like the button is actually disabled until you've actually entered the right number of characters. That's maybe a little bit more dynamic than we really need to worry about.
Oh, that's smart. I like that.
Yeah, I like it from like a user interface perspective, and they usually have like a character countdown while you're typing.
Yeah.
I think Stack Overflow does that actually. I think if I were to reply to this, oh, all right, whatever. Not worth time. Whoops. Leave. Okay. So that story, you can actually click deliver too, because you've delivered it to me. So if you click deliver, and I'll click accept, because I've already merged it. It's already live on the site. If you look on the site, I can't actually click tell us. Nothing happens. In theory, there should probably be some user feedback, but again, not going to worry about that. Here, I can send you the link to the tracker.
I got it. It's delivered.
Delivered. Boink. Accepted. Do-do-do.
Cool.
Very cool. Haven't seen Bill in a while. It's too bad. Never completely wrapped up the DevOps story. But so Nathan is actually in San Francisco. I'm going to talk to him tomorrow. I'm going to grab lunch. I'll have to ask him about those sharing about those sharing buttons. Oh, here we go. This is what you were just talking about, the user profile progress widget.
Yeah. Is it
Mm-hmm.
user profile progress widget? Oh, this is new.
No?
No?
No.
Who
Been
started
hanging in
this?
the queue.
Nathan started this?
Yeah, I don't think he started it for real though. So.
Oh.
Plus, I mean, you could actually build the widget as a partial, anyways.
Mm-hmm.
And it wouldn't even need, then regardless of what happens on the user's profile pages, it could still be useful.
Yeah.
So, I think that's the story that you want. So that one can be yours. The world can be yours once you've delivered site-wide search, or if you get bored.
Okay.
Add email confirmation for sign up. Yeah, so Abby's been working really, really hard doing all kinds of cool stuff with the email confirmation for Devise. And I think she had an event tonight that she couldn't get out of too early, so she might be here towards the end, but maybe not. And so she's been working on basically setting up Devise's confirmable module. And the idea of that is that anyone who joins the site has to also confirm their, like, actually click a link in their email that says confirm my email address. And the reason for that is basically fighting spam and making sure that we don't get hit with some sort of like $10,000 per email spam lawsuit. Because that just doesn't sound good.
Not at all.
And so obviously anytime you touch Devise, things get really complicated. And so it's initially simple, but there's a lot of edge cases and stuff. For instance, we currently send a welcome email, and it's like, well, do you want to send a welcome email? Do you want the link for confirmable, to confirm your email in that welcome email, or do you want the link to be sent in a separate email? Oh, well, welcome email doesn't actually have access to the variables that Devise has, so that we can't actually do that. But Abby actually found a workaround. So, like I said, she's been doing some pretty cool stuff with that.
Awesome.
And I think right now she's in the testing phase and trying to work through it, which is why I suspect she'll be around a little bit later. I was going to help her out a little bit too, see if we could put our heads together and come up with some of the testing stuff. Because the issue is that specifically, I think she was having some trouble with the GitHub testing, in the sense that the tests that we currently have written to test whether the GitHub login works properly, I'm not sure if those are kind of like up to snuff with what we need in order to test the confirmable feature as well. So, yeah, as you all well know, testing can be a pain. So that's where we are. We're in the home stretch on that one, and we're testing it up too. So site-wide search and email confirmation are both in that last little bit. Pretty cool stuff. News on the project: we've also got ads displaying, although not for everyone. So let me log out. I can only see them if I log out. So we have ads to the Viking Code School.
Saw that.
2 places.
Saw that.
No, I mean, they're sort of ads. I guess they're ads. Okay. I mean, it's my other website, so I don't know. I'm not really generating any ad revenue off of that.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it's actually kind of interesting to set up the ad serving, just in general. It's kind of a fun exercise of, it's like who gets to see them, when do they see them, which ads should be displayed, things like that. How do you track?
Sorry.
Go ahead.
Oh, by design, so nobody logged in will ever see them?
Right now it's set up so that only people who have signed up within the last 10 days will see them.
Oh, wow, interesting.
So the idea behind that is that for now we're just trying to limit it to people who don't already have like a strong relationship with the project, and we might roll them out more to the people who do have a strong relationship once we have more certainty around what that product is going to look like.
I see.
So I think what we'll probably do is once we have that certainty, we'll send out some emails to people in the project, like the whole user base, and start serving some unobtrusive ads to them. This one though sucks. I hate that. It's also been an interesting exercise in like basically like site design, because this site it's like a narrow center-driven site, which I think works fine for consuming content, but it does not work well for having ads in the sidebars. So this ad just sucks in the sidebar. I couldn't make it look half decent.
It's not bad. I am really curious how you did that because of the way Bootstrap does its columns. I'll have to take a look at something.
Oh, I went totally rogue. I didn't even touch Bootstrap. All I did was it's actually pivoted off of the main content, the narrow content container here, and it's just offset off to the right a little bit.
I see.
So it's position fixed, or sorry, position absolute, off to the right.
So when
Which is why I was playing with z heights, like I was saying before, because I actually had to change, because when the container went relative, in order to have the absolutely positioned add be pivoted off of it, that changed some of the z heights that were there before. So I had to rearrange some stuff. But clearly, I missed the flash message. What were you going to say?
I was just taking a look at what happens when we resize the screen down to mobile size.
Yeah, you just can't see the ad. It's still there, but you can't really see it.
You know,
actually, no, I think it disappears technically. I don't know.
Oh, you mean the content actually isn't even there anymore? No, it's just off screen, right?
I think the display goes to none. I can't even remember.
You
that
know,
was all the way back on Friday.
When I go all the way down to the bottom on a very narrow screen and I expand it out to normal desktop size, there's this huge area of white below discus to the footer.
When you expand it out to here, sorry?
Yeah, if you were at the bottom, let's see what happens at the bottom.
And at the bottom.
The little more. Okay, go down to a small size, a narrow width, and then yeah, go back down and then expand that to desktop size. Yeah, see that? Kind of interesting how that space gets put there.
So I got a suggestion box message from someone who said something to the effect of, "What the hell? I can't see anything except this stupid suggestion box."
That's probably why.
Which is not helpful at all. Thank you very much. Like, now we know there's an issue, but you didn't tell us anything about how to fix the issue or how to reproduce the issue. So I have no idea. Like, I mean, I couldn't figure out how it's even possible that the footer would actually overlap with anything. It makes me curious, though. So if you experience anything like that, please figure out how to reproduce it so we can fix it. So this bug fix is good to go. Otherwise, we've got the study groups. Let me see, what else are we working on here? Sharing buttons, like I said, Ian and Nathan are both kind of coming back on the grid, so hopefully they'll be able to get some stuff taken care of in the next week or two. And I'm still failing on attributing or replacing icons and content. So let's see. Who is DT? Oh, Darren was gonna take that one on. I guess we'll have to see if he surfaces.
The getting involved page?
Yeah, that was just taking the page that's on GitHub and turning it into a HTML page. Nice. And serving it directly from the project. So pretty straightforward stuff. So I think it's a good newbie story.
Oh, now with my new machine, I can check on the that bug fix offset of discus for my friend.
You can do all kinds of superpower related things with your new Mac.
It's exciting.
Link lesson. All right, so let's see what we can do in the next week. Again, obviously we're not cruising as fast as we have before, but I think we're making pretty decent progress, just kind of plugging and chugging through different things. So I don't think we'll be able to get. I think we'll be able to knock off some of these current stories, but I don't think we'll be tackling too many additional stories. I would love to get into the email stuff. Like I said, the Maker Square students, I think we might get another batch of them to help us out in a couple of weeks. So stay tuned for that.
Cool.
And actually, yeah. I think so. So hopefully, because I really do want to get those email stories taken care of. All the rest of this is actually probably less important, although it's near the top, because that's what people wanted to work on. I would say once Abby's got the device gosh, I can't even say the word, confirmable stuff taken care of, I think she might be going after some of the email stories too. We'll see. We'll see. So yeah, I think that's a relatively rapid status update. Any thoughts or questions, comments? Anybody working on any other Agile Ventures projects? Is anybody doing the 169 MOOC?
Yep. Doing it.
I'm doing it too.
How's that going?
Marina?
I like it so far. I mean, like, it looks really useful. I've done like some of those pair programming sessions.
Uh-huh.
It's definitely so much better to see other people's solutions as opposed to your own. It's just so much new stuff.
Yeah.
So for me, it was good. I don't know about others.
Oh wow, it's only 6 weeks.
It's only 6 weeks, huh?
Yeah.
Huh. I haven't even looked at the material yet. I've been keeping myself so busy with other stuff.
Yeah.
I gotta dive in this week.
The first one is 8 weeks, and the second one is 6.
Oh, what were
yeah.
we talking about? The first or second one?
I'm actually looking at it at an archived one here, anyways. So it's probably not the same.
169.2. Yeah. I signed up for 0.1.
Yeah. How was working with the TAs gone? I know that Sam was setting that up, and that's been a pretty big undertaking. Have you guys gotten a chance to interact with the global TAs?
I haven't done squat.
I don't usually go to forums that much, so.
Why is that?
I usually come up with questions that somebody else already asked, so whenever I search for my question, I almost always find an answer, and I don't feel like asking the same question over and over.
Do you search the forums or you search on Google?
In general on Google, and then whatever comes up, and sometimes I search particular forums. So, like in this case, I guess I would search a particular forum. And I guess I don't ask any particularly, as I said, unique questions. Somebody would ask it already.
Mm-hmm. No, that's fair. If you were able to talk to someone in person, is that something that you would like to do, or do you prefer to work alone?
I think it depends on the situation. If the problem is relatively difficult, I would like some feedback. If it's not necessarily. So I would say I would definitely like an option to be able to talk to someone.
Mm-hmm.
Whether I'm gonna use it like each time I run into a problem, probably not.
Well, it's good to know.
I know the Bill, I don't remember his last name, is one of the TAs.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Mr. Walker. I'm sure they're keeping him pretty busy. All right. Well, I think I'll kill the broadcast for this week. It was a pretty light week in general in terms of new things happening. But I will stick around here if you guys want to chat. So, goodbye, world.